infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power.
Good evening, King-Kodiak, and good evening to everyone up and out there in the stream. We have some very lovely games coming up tonight, and we're going to start straight away the quarterfinals of this Gfinity event. Which two teams do we have in front of us, King-Kodiak?
So if you're wanting to have a look at them, then by all means head over to the Rocky Baguette channel. So Twitch.com/Rocky Baguette for Aether vs Copenhagen Flames rather. But for now we have got Prophecy versus Envious Academy.
Looks like we haven't gotten the mispronunciations out of the way yet, sir. We've had that last week, remember?
Yeah, yes. Do apologise for the lack of sound there for a moment. I had forgotten to unmute my microphone for the broadcast. Oh. That was why no one could hear me for a brief moment. It is going very well on this Friday night. Complete apologies for that. But let's get our players in the server.
Alright, so just to talk you guys in, we're at the quarterfinals of this Gfinity event here on Friday. We have quite a neat match coming up for you guys. We have Prophecy versus Team Envious Academy. Now, this is actually a Gfinity Elite Series match, which is obviously why we're also taking this game. It should be a really close one. I mean, we could have gone for flip side, see them against Game 5, see maybe a 3-1, 3-0 game. But here, we have a potential Game 5 at our hands. And if we look at the lineup, I'm not sure if you heard it before, but I'll repeat it for you. We have for Prophecy, Mummy Snow, Sebadam, and I Ignite. And for Team Envious, we of course saw them last week with Mal, The Waffle. He actually called himself The Waffle after he made The Drop. That's
The Drop.
Yeah. And then the third player, Frag.
Yes, looking forward to that. Right, just making sure that everything is in the right position. And everything is reading correct, which it would appear to be. Mythskyy, apparently you were a little bit loud on the stream, so I have just adjusted that. Thank you for the heads up there, Mr. Curtis. Glad to have you in the stream, Mr. Curtis. Good to see you. And thank you for those that are spectating us this Friday night. It is good to have you all along. We should have our players jumping on board as soon as we possibly can. The info has been sent. So we will get this quarterfinal underway as soon as possibly can. Just, correct the overlay. That one's saying best of 7. It is a best of 5 for the quarterfinals. That we all know.
Alright, in the meantime, to catch you up with all the other teams in the bracket, all quarterfinals are about to be started. At the top, we have Gale Force eForce coming out versus Enjoy Gaming. That game will not be broadcasted. Their second quarterfinals will be broadcasted over at Rocket Baguette in French, but hey, it's a stream. That will be Aether versus Copenhagen Flames. So that's also an interesting lineup, matchup, because Aether was in the grand finals last week versus Envious, if I'm not mistaken. I think they lost 4-1, but they put up a great fight.
You have a far better memory than me. I barely remember my own name, so I'll take your word for that one. But yeah, it should be a good game nonetheless. Do we have our players in yet? No, we don't. I'm just going to double check to see if we have no messages that they're having trouble. So we'll just have to wait for our players to jump on board.
Well, you didn't make the room, so it can't be that you forgot the password, can it?
I've never done such a thing. Never once.
No, I'm just teasing you, man. But yeah, to just continue with the other game, we of course have the fourth game, Prophecy versus Team Envious, and then the third game, which is a team that we will most likely see later on tonight, third quarterfinal match I talked about a little bit earlier, is Flipside Tactics versus Game Fist.
And that's my dog going utterly nuts. I apologise for that. He's wanted to join in on the commentary.
Yeah, apparently. Don't you have a beer cup somewhere there?
I actually have an empty house, except for me, the dog, and the cat. It's probably the cat that the dog is actually barking at.
Alright. Well, in the meantime, we do have Prophecy up in the server. We have iIgnite, Mummy Snow, and Sabadam here, so we're just waiting for the Envious Academy, and then we'll get going.
Indeed, indeed. I'm so glad the mute button works, as it just... I barked at my dog. There we go. So the mute button on the microphone works.
Maybe you should roar. Maybe they'll be quiet then.
No, he'll bark back. Aha! We have our 6 players in. Right. So wait for one of our players to jump over to their respective side. Let's hope we don't have any of the kind of server problems that we had last week. Oh, let's... the memories of casting till near midnight last week was pretty difficult. Now, and there we go. Mount has jumped into the Envious side. Sabadam has jumped over to Prophecy. So, Mr. Mythskyy, take it away.
So I'll be taking away this first game, although we see players joining, rejoining. We have everyone in. Okay, we'll get going. Just to inform you guys, in the semifinals, King-Kodiak will perform the play-by-play. This game, I'll be doing it. And while I say that, we see Mummy Snow kicking off, winning that kickoff. But we have immediately a shot being fired, and this might be the goal. Whoa! It's on line stop. Mount and it gets saved by iIgnite. A fast start from our orange half, the Envious Academy. Sabadam now takes it up front. He's trying to win that contest versus Mount. Goes for the dunk. This will come back. This might be a shot opportunity for iIgnite.
Oh!
How does he not get that in?
Well, very clutch save there by Frag. I mean, iIgnite just held himself in position in the air for so long for that shot. Incredible control.
And it looks like we've already gone off to a hot start. We're barely casting for 45 seconds and we're already seeing two amazing opportunities on both ends. As we see Prophecy try and take it at the orange goal. The ball's being launched back. iIgnite has to save it on the line, still gets it. Mountain is there, leaves it for Frag. Frag actually goes for the shot straight away, sets it back for Waffle. And that's the first goal of this match.
With all of the Prophecy players cheated up to try and make use of that long ball, it took a long clear for Envious to then get that pressure back on the blue side, and it pays off 1-0 to Envious Academy.
That was a really clever shot from Frag. He made the shot in a way that everyone thought that it was never going to go in, but that pretty much forced everyone on the team from Prophecy to wait too long, which gave Waffle the opportunity to make that goal. In the meantime, they're trying to transition it over as Mummy Snow comes with the setup. Waffle still heads it with that tip of his car and prevents Prophecy from scoring the equalizer. Sabadam's still in the corner. Tries to set it out. Waffle breaks free. It's being contested by Mummy Snow. There's iIgnite. Tries to go for a dunk, but can't get that. Frax there. Centers it up. Sabadam hits it over to the side. Attack has been killed for now. He has to come in to clear it. He wins that in the air perfectly fine, but the ball is still there. There's a shot from Melvin. It's on that post. No second goal yet.
That was so close. Again, the pressure really is mounting on the blue side. After that early kickoff pressure that we saw from the Prophecy side, they have not been able to get back into their rhythm. Envious Academy doing very well to keep the ball away from their own side. That was such a almost iIgnite clutch goal. I called that way too early that was going to go. That should teach me to doubt on our Prophecy players.
Yeah, Prophecy squad has their defense on point. Look at that. They've already made 5 saves halfway through the match. As Mount now makes it clear, which is not too great. This could open up the door for Prophecy Sabadam, that should have been a pass, but it was not strong enough for a shot, nor well positioned enough for a pass. So that kind of fades out the attack there. As he now makes the clear. Being put over to the side, but there's a free chance for Waffle. Again, a great save by Mummy Snow. And now Sabadam has to break free. Wins that 50-50. Sets it over for Mummy Snow. Still there. Tries to win that contest with Mal. Doesn't work for him either. So far, the trades aren't really going into Prophecy's favor. And it looks like this is why Team Envy's Academy is the lead.
The defense is holding pretty strong. They're always leaving somebody back. There seems to be Eye Ignite generally. And that is really proving pretty effective at the moment, although that wasn't holding strong for how Envious Academy was able to score to start with. Ooh, that was a bit of a setup there by Mount. He wasn't able to finish that through. Lovely pass on the back end of the car there for Mummy Snow. Oh, bit of a trip up there around the ball. That's not going to help. Oh, I was worried then that Mummy Snow had actually set that up. Oh, Sabadam caught unawares. Frag sends that one home for 2-0.
Yeah, Team Prophecy is really overcommitting at this point. They haven't really found the synergy yet that they need to find if they want to be capable of winning this matchup. And eventually they do set up Frag there, who has no issues with ticking that in the board. That's 2-0 for the Envious Academy. And they want to go for a third straight away, as there is Frag again. Mal is going to take it front. There's Mal. He actually gets it past one, almost past the goalie too, but Sabadam is still the last man standing there. The ball's being brought up. Good clear from Eric Knight, but it is still in Envious hands. Mal now goes for the center. There's a center, but a great clear from Mummy Snow. Now, Eye Ignite still can't take it away, and it looks like Prophecy is really stuck in their half. They just aren't able to break free. As soon as they approach the middle line, it just ends. And that clear... Ow. That's painful.
Yeah, the defence is now starting to break down after I'd commented how well their defence was doing. Oh, what wonderful turn there by Mount to completely alter his trajectory in the air to point him straight towards the goal. But yeah, it was just a simple overcommittance from Prophecy there that just left the goal wide open.
Yeah, for now, as I was mentioning earlier, the synergy on Prophecies and does not seem to be working flawlessly yet, but hey, it's a best of 5 series, so they have a lot of time to recap. The best thing for them to do would be in these final 20 seconds to score a goal and get their confidence up a bit. Maybe they can now after the pass from Sabadam comes in, but Mommy misses the shot. That could have been the breakaway opportunity that they needed to gain some extra confidence. Instead, Frag has the ball. Sabadam tries to kill some time. Can only get it past one. And now the ball's going to die on the ground. That is 3-0 for the Envious Academy. Not entirely what I was expecting from this matchup.
It was interesting. All the Envious Academy crew in that last push from Prophecy were all in the corner. As you said earlier, Mythskyy, that was a perfect opportunity for the Prophecy squad to get a score on the board for them. They had some decent saves as well. They had 13 shots to contend with from the Envious Academy, and only 3 of them coming home. But yeah, there's some work to do there for Prophecy. They really got to disrupt that. I was going to say relentless pressure from Envious Academy. It wasn't particularly that they were always on the attack. It's just their attacks were very, very efficient. All 3 of the Envious squad scores. We're waiting for Frag to ready up now. Yeah, they all got involved in that. On the Envious Academy rotations, but Prophecy just did nothing to disrupt that. They've got to get the demos in, they've got to get that physical play, get Envious away from the goal, get them off the ball, and that seems to be where Prophecy are falling down at the moment. I wonder what's happened to Frag. Hopefully he's still with us. He's still in the service.
Yeah, should be still with us. So we will get going with our second match. There we go. Just to recap on the last game, what Prophecy will have to do is try to go less for the double commits. We saw that Team Envious is barely making any double commits, which means their synergy is just so much better. If Prophecy can step away from that in this game, they have a good chance of taking it. So let's see if they are able to. Ignite already launched it up into the orange half. There Sabadam comes. This should be a centering opportunity. Makes a fast center, but what a clear from Waffle. Absolutely sees through that. This one he doesn't have, but there's Mal. Frag with a pass. This is some nice team play from the Envious Academy. They still have it in blue half. Oh, Mummy misses it there. This is the opportunity for Waffle. He's just going to pass it, but his teammate does not expect that. It could have been a crazy setup for the Envious Academy if Frack had seen that.
Yeah, that wasn't the touch that he was after. He slightly miscalculated that in the air. Ooh, double commit there to get that ball away, but it's saved. It was a save then for Prophecy. Yeah, that was just where that offensive pressure came to a halt, as the Frag just got a mistouch in the air. Otherwise, he was looking really, really strong with that miss from Mythskyy. But still 0-0 then. 1 minute gone.
At this point, it does look like Prophecy is able to mount some more pressure onto the orange half, which is what they need to do in this matchup. There's the opportunity for Waffle. This shot is on point, but a great save coming in from Ignite. Now he can take it away. He goes for the pass. Nobody is really there up, but there's Mummy Snow. Now he's going to center it. This is actually a shot straight on goal where Mouth has to come in for. Pass again is made. Ignite wins that 50-50. Where is the third? There's Mummy Snow. This is a setup straight for 7-down, but it would have gone too high. Still a great save for Frag. The defense from the Envious Academy is really on point for now. Unless they miss it there, but Mummy Snow missed it too. 7-down, but the shot still a save. And we're still scoreless.
Very nicely defended there by the Envious squad. Now we're seeing much more offensive pressure coming out from the Prophecy team. They're more relying on each other than their own solo plays as well. That was very slow there by the Envious squad. It took a long time to get back onto that ball. But again, we're seeing a little bit where there's still that little bit too much dependence on their solo skills. They need to get more team synergy going on. They're all very experienced players. But they just need to trust each other a little bit more.
Yeah, there again, a double commit comes in, and now Waffle will get the opportunity. This is going to drop straight down, but a good catch from Ignite. But the attack is not over yet, and there is the goal for Waffle. Let's see how that exactly happened. 7M tried to go for the clear. He didn't hit that. Frack was sure to set that up for Waffle, and he makes no mistake. We're halfway through the match. Once again, the Envious Academy leads 1-0. Very hard then as the kickoff has been made. Mummy Snow now tries to set it up for 7M, who did not fully expect that, but they do have the control here. This Prophecy can start to launch their attack. 7M wins that 50-50. Snow has to pass it over. As he makes that pass, Waffle has already seen through it. Although Ignite can still launch it forward. Mouth comes in between, hits the roof. This is the opportunity for 7M, but it will get cleared by Mouth. There's Ignite. Pass it over. Mummy Snow was not fully waiting for that. Where did that shot go?
He was trying to find Mummy Snow, but again, that's now started to try and back up each other's shots a little bit more now. But they need to get this pressure a little bit quicker. Oh, that was a decent save there by Mount.
Yeah, that was the first opportunity that we've seen Prophecy make, which looked really good to start off with, and it almost got there if that save hadn't been made, which was quite a sick save on the end of the Envious Academy. But we see, as time progresses, Prophecy is able to apply more and more pressure over, and this might result into a goal eventually, but Waffles is still there. Let me Snow then now. Has to come in between, it will get pinched, and it hits the pulse. Almost an unfortunate breakaway opportunity for Envious Academy, but they do not get the steal yet. Maybe Waffles. He's gonna go for the second hit. It will get missed again, but 7M is still there, and it will still not get in the goal. It's only one goal that we've seen so far, and I anticipate a more, for now at least.
As Mount just couldn't get the pace on the ball that he needed to sink that one home. But what we're really seeing here is Envious is one squad of three, whereas Prophecy seemed to be three individual players on the same squad. Now that might sound like a little bit of an obvious statement, but again, it comes back to something I always go on about, team synergy. The Prophecy squad are relying too much on their own individual skill as opposed to as a team unit. Lovely fake by Mount there, but has lost that one towards the end. So Envious look like they're going to take this second one unless Prophecy can carry this all the way down.
Well, there's an opportunity for them now, but there is Frag. He's going to launch that straight down. Mummy Snow is not going to allow it yet. He goes for a full-on carry. Is he going to try to do it on his own? The pass goes to 7 but it hits the ground. Still no breakaway opportunity yet for Prophecy. And what's most interesting in that, we have seen 2 games so far. We have seen 4 goals in total, but not a single goal yet for Prophecy. They still have to break that spell in order to get them up in the series, but they have come so much closer in this second game. So I'm really looking forward to see what this third game will bring us. This should be the game where Prophecy takes it and tries to make it that little bit harder for the Envious Academy. We go straight in. As the kickoff happens there, Sabadam will win that kickoff. Ignite immediately launches it forward, but Mal's already there to make the clear. Still being set up. Mal with the clear. Now they have to come in, maybe with a fast shot. Will launch up. There's Ignite. He's going to try and go for it. Makes the pass. Still control over in the Envious Academy. Prophecy is trying to carry it away, but it doesn't really seem to be working for them so far, as this clear has to be made by Waffle. Mummy Snow tries to go for a setup, but instead launches the breakaway for Mouth. Sabadam is still waiting in the back. Tries to carry it over to the side. 50-50 gets lost. Ignite hits that. Sabadam goes up. What a beautiful shot from Sabadam. Is going to fall in a save on the line by Mouth. But what a shot from Sabadam was that?
That was a stellar shot and a great save as well. Oh, this could be an opportunity, and Sabadam sinks that one home. That is the first defensive mistake we've seen from the Envious Academy team. Just, why did all 3 of them cheat out? They didn't need to. It's plenty of time in this match, and they're 2-0 up in the series.
Maybe they're trying to go for a little bit more interesting plays. They have the time and the games to work with, to have some extra free space opened up after leading that 2-0. But there we see confidence growing for Prophecy. This might even be the second if Mouth doesn't intervene. But Mouth can go for the equalize straight away, but Ignite still comes in between. Pressure is definitely building up, and this could be the third game that we're looking for after that fairly easy goal that we saw being made for Prophecy. Pass now being made over. There is Frag. Goes for the shot straight away, but goes a little bit too high. Still sets it up for his teammate. Gets demoed in the effort by Mummy Snow. There comes Waffle. Tries to go for the dunk. Ignite does that well. Hits it a second time. Tries to go for a third touch even. But that will not work in his favor. There he is still. Sets it up for a Mummy Snow. Has to carry it through. Wins that contest, but will not be able to take full control of the ball as Sabadam now pinches it through. Ball back in blue. Ignite sets it up. This might be an opportunity though for the Envious Academy as they now have ball control. Waffle has to clear it properly. Goes for it slowly. Takes his time to get it past Sabadam. Tries to go for himself with a cheeky dribble. Will not be able to get past them. Almost halfway through here. We're still only 1 goal up for Prophecy.
Time and again we're seeing in this particular match, Prophecy just again... Oh, what a great save by Waffle. That was a fairly hard shot there by Ignite. But again, we're seeing just one Prophecy player just taking the ball away and the other 2 staying back. So they're relying, again, too much on their solo individual plays rather than the team passing play that Envious are putting to pretty good use. So this is where Prophecy have been struggling all series. They have got a goal in hand at the moment and another 2 minutes to hang on to it. But we know how devastating Envious can be when they get that passing play to full effect.
Well, let's see if they're able to do so now as the pass is being made. Mummy Snow has to intervene. He does get that hit. And now Ignite with the opportunity will bounce back, but Mouth is still all the way at the goal line. Mummy Snow now goes up, has to win this contest desperately. Tries to do that with a ground pinch. The ball is still at their hands. Mouth sets it up for Frag. That's a beautiful shot, but it will get saved by Mummy Snow still. Ball still lurking around in blue half as Waffle tries to set it up. Mummy Snow comes in between. Tries to carry it all the way through. Ooh, we see Ignite missing it there. This could be an opportunity if Frag finishes it, and he does finish it. These slight mistakes are really costing it for Prophecy. We have our equalizer.
So constant pressure then from the Envious Academy team. Scatter the defenders again. And yeah, just a simple tap off the wall. And in it went for your equalizer.
Yeah, this moment it was just a matter of time seeing how Envious was ramping up the pace. It was a matter of time to see whether, or when they would score rather. They're now back in position to try and take this game. We have a minute left, 1-all scoreboard. And we see the Envious Academy 2-0 up in the lead in these series as Ignite pushes it forward. Still there, Mount misses it. He's going to leave it over for Frag, who decides to hit it over to the side as well. Sets it up for 7M instead. Does not hit the roof, but the pass is there. Ignite just missing it there. As Mummy Snow has to come up with the clear, but there's Frag with a breakaway opportunity. 7M has to wins this contest. Important. He now goes for a bit of a slow play. Gets it past one of the defenders, but Waffle was still there. Now Mummy Snow has to set it up. Ignite does that instead. Hits away the defender, but 7M was not there to finish it out. That could have been the golden opportunity that Prophecy needed to win this third game.
Very, very... Oh, I thought there was going to be a breakaway goal there, but Frag managing to get back for that one. But that was just a lot of panic play in front of the Prophecy goal. And well saved by 7M then. Are we going to go to overtime? Oh, it's still live.
Not
and
anymore.
Frag sends it to the ground.
There we are. We are in overtime. Indeed, teams are taking it rather slow in this game. But then again, Envious has nothing to worry about, the Envious Academy. They're just taking it slowly. They know that at some point a mistake will be made by Prophecy, and that will allow them to get the winner. And what Prophecy is waiting for is they're just trying to push it forward and prevent for the mistake happening first rather than the goal for them. So let's hope that works out for them, as we will have another game then. Otherwise, they will be out of this tournament, and Envious Academy will be there in the semi-finals, most likely, well, either against Flipside Tactics or a Game Fist. And there's a shot, it will get saved at the line. So we were chatting about that. Now the pressure is in, and there is 7M with a slow goal. I don't think Envious Academy really expected that.
That was a pretty decent angle from the corner. Straight over all three of them. Mount was a little too slow to react to that, and we have a game 4.
It was about time to see Prophecy take a game there at last, but at this rate, I think most of it's still owed up to Mummy Snow. He has been playing exceptionally well there in defense, really keeping an eye on it and making sure that Envious Academy was not able to get through. He saved them a few times, makes 2 assists as well, as Sabada made both goals. And that's why they are still in these series as we prepare for game number 4. Envious Academy on their half, they've taken it fairly slowly this last game. We see only 4 shots to be made, where we had 13 shots in our first match of the day. So I expect them to ramp up the pace here in game number 4. They've seen, okay, if we let them sleep, they will eventually wake up. It looks like they finally woke up. Maybe they woke up the bear there in the little cave. But they'll have to watch out with that, because this is game number 4 already. Losing another one will mean that we are in a do-or-die game. The person who wins that will take it home. We're not there yet. And it's Envious Academy's job to make sure it doesn't come that far. There we see the pass being made by Ignite. It will get missed over at the line, so Waffle will have to win this. Waffle takes it through. There's Frack comes in between just for Mount, as Mount was waiting for it. He will be there first. There goes Mummy Snow with the pass. Ignite with the demo. Another demo being made by Mount on Mummy Snow. There's Sabadam. It's it past 1. Still being pushed forward. The Envious Academy is under pressure now at this rate, but there comes Mount. Sabadam has to hit this ball. He does so just in time, but there's Waffle. And try and set that up. Ignite comes in between. We haven't really seen him be awake in the previous series, but looks like so far he's been doing a pretty good job. Let's see if he's going to be able to step up for Prophecy and win them game 4.
Indeed, now we're seeing Prophecy start to look to where each other are. And a decent shot there by Frag. But again, what we've seen a lot of this series is just only one blue player being involved in their offensive pressure with each charge that they're making. Now you're seeing much more team synergy. You saw it last game where the stats were much more balanced as opposed to one player trying to do everything. Let's see if this newfound pressure, newfound synergy from Prophecy starts to pay off. The game really has slowed down a lot. This isn't playing to Envious's strength. They do seem to like to keep the pace up, whereas Prophecy may have seen that their advantage may be in the slower plays.
Yeah, we definitely saw in Game 1 the game pace was fairly high. That allowed Envious Academy to take that game 3-0. They will have to speed it up. They want to be able to make some fast goals because their team play has been really on point tonight so far. We saw one almost opportunity ending up in the net earlier this game as a great 1-2 was being made by Envious Academy. This might be a goal for them though. Now the breakaway opportunity for Prophecy. Ignite has to pass it over. Pass is not on point to Mummy Snow, and that kills it straight away. It's team synergy, where you were talking about earlier too, King-Kodiak. It has to improve.
Yeah, Mummy Snow just was caught totally unawares. The ball slammed into the side of his car and really just died. It is a really horrible moment where the ball is right next to you and you've got to make a decision on which direction you're going to go, and he just flailed around right next to it.
So there they are, so the ball's being brought over. Snow has to come in between. Being passed over. This might be the opportunity, but Ignite cheats there as he saw that Frack was there first. Mummy Snow now with the setup to Sebedam. This should be the goal, and it is the goal. What a beautiful shot from Sebedam. But the pass from Mummy Snow, absolutely on point. This is what we have been missing from Prophecy. And when it finally fits all together, we see these massive goals. And they take the lead in game number 4.
Much more like it. Sebedam had committed to that manoeuvre in good time for Mummy Snow to set that pass up and had just put that bar down goal is always very difficult to read for defenders. Much more like it from the Prophecy team.
But there we see that goal must have waken up Envious Academy because we see them slowly picking up the pace. As we don't see them way too much in the back anymore. They are now trying to put up the pressure. So let's see if they have enough time with a minute and 20 left on the clock. They are now in blue half. Contest not being won. Frack has to hit it over to the side. Ignite was waiting. He will win that contest. This might be pinched in, but a save on the line by Mal. That really keeps them into the series for now. They do miss this one. There's Frack. Tries to take it away. Sabadam intervenes. Sabadam is still there. Won't be the shot opportunity yet as Waffles was still back there. But at some point Envious Academy will need to launch some more goals because at this point they're being kept at bay by Prophecy, who's trying to force them in an all-deciding game number 5. Mouth waits in the back. Tries to set it up now, but there's Ignite. This might be the long shot, but Waffle is still in the back. They always keep a player back. But with them missing it now, Ignite finally does score it, and it looks like we'll be going to Game 5.
It would seem to be that way with only 35 seconds left on the clock. It was an open net for Ignite to pick up a pretty decent pass. And yes, indeed, a completely different Prophecy team to what we saw in Games 1 and 2.
Yeah, Prophecy is controlling the pace all the way through, and that favors them well. They are getting in Envious Academy's heads. They're not allowing them to make them play the way they'd like to, because if they would... Oh, they're just bumping each other away now. A bit unfortunate, but this might even result in a goal. It does result in a goal, and with 12 seconds left, it might be not done yet, but let's just look at this goal first.
It's exactly what we've just seen, just in opposite colours, where the pressure then starts to mount, they bounce it off the back wall, the defenders start to commit, and then somebody else then sinks that one in.
Yeah, that's not what Prophecy should be doing, but as we were saying, at this point, the reason why Prophecy is winning is because they're controlling the pace. They are controlling the game, because if Envy Academy would be able to play at their rate, they would most likely have singled them out in 3 or 4 games. But we're now going to a Game 5 as Sebedam is going to drop it on the floor. And Prophecy wins game number 4, 2-1, after winning the previous game 1-0. We're going to an all-deciding game number 5. Remember, the team that wins this next game will go to the semifinals, in which they'll be facing. Let's see if that game is already up.
Let's have a quick look. Let's update the bracket.
It will be against Flipside Tactics,
Flipside Tactics.
who defeated Game Fist 3-0. So they've got a giant waiting for them. But the question is, who of these two contenders will meet up with them?
I don't know what's going on, but it's always been the middle player of the top team on the scoreboard that doesn't ready up. I don't know what's going on here, but
Well, they might be taking some extra time. I mean, we know that Prophecy has been slowing down the pace. Maybe they're trying to do the same in between games as well. Who knows? But let's once again focus. Prophecy and Envious Academy are also facing each other in the Gfinity Elite Series. So this is really one of the more top-tier games that we should see. A very close match indeed. So far, the pace has been rather slow, which might not be as entertaining, but that does not take away the fact that it has been absolutely close. The first 2 games went to Envy Academy, the game 3 and 4 went to Prophecy, and game 5, well, who's to say, the team that wins it goes to the semifinals.
it is definitely do or die now in this game number 5, as Envious now starting to try and get Prophecy to react. We'll see how they do against this early pressure. Oh, that's a bit of panic. No, that's cleared away by Mummy Snow.
Yeah, Mummy Snow now finally gets through, has to make the pass, gets it past one defender, actually wins that 50-50, but Sebadam just gets bumped away by Waffle there. That prevents Prophecy to try and make an opportunity there. We see iGnite pass it over, but nobody from Prophecy was still waiting for that. Now Matt trying to go up. Wants to go for the contest. Got a little bit of an unfortunate landing earlier, so was not able to carry the ball through. He's now getting demoed for his effort as Waffle sets his teammate up. There's Frag with a pass for his 3rd man, but yeah, he had been demoed, and there's Mouth now finally coming in. Ball still ends up in front of Blue Goal. Waffle hits it. Ignite tries to come in between, but Mommy Snow is there first. Tries to go for a second hit, but will not get the dunk. But there's iGnite. It hits the line. It's still not in. They're not getting the breakaway that they want here. It's so close.
That would have been Sebadam's 2nd bar down goal of the evening, but just denied at the last by Mout. That's such a heart-stopping moment for a defender, though, when the ball is just crossing the line, it's almost all white, and still you're able to get a touch to it.
So here we are then. Again, pressure is ramping up as we see Prophecy picking up the pace a little bit. But they're still controlling the pace as they were in game number 3 and 4 as well. And there's the shot and there's the goal. Quite unexpected, but what an angle from Mummy Snow after that pass from iGnite. Look at that. A lovely pass. He just barely touches it, but gives it that extra speed. And Envious Academy just has no means on saving that.
What? I mean, we didn't see that kind of level of confidence from Mummy Snow really up until then. That was such a beautiful touch. Frag and iGnite getting tangled up on the wall there. So yeah, is this Mummy Snow's time to shine?
But they've gone out their opportunity now as nobody from Envious Academy is back. iGnite just has to make the proper pass. The pass was good. Oh no! This could be it, and it will be the goal for Waffle. 2 mistakes in a row costed for Prophecy. They could have gotten 2-0 on the board there, but in a matter of 5 seconds, that 2-0 is transformed into a 1-0, and we're back to square one.
Oh, Sebadam, I mean, even the greats make mistakes. We all know this. It's when the cameras are on you, it just feels that much worse. Oh, what a time to make a defensive error. 1-0 then, half the match to go.
This completely breaks all what Prophecy was trying to do as Waffle tries to go for a very nice shot. But we saw Envy committing for balls together, making double commits. They were not playing at all as they were playing in game number 1 and 2. Their ways of playing have really been broken up to the point where they got that lucky equalizer. So let's see if they're able to regain control of this match as Waffle now goes for the pass. Mummy Snow does not get the greatest clear as Frag is now going to try and set it up. Ball comes back. There's Mummy Snow. Hits it over into orange half again. He's been doing a tremendous effort for Prophecy. He's trying to make sure that they're still there. He actually comes in with the pass. There goes Sebadam with the setup. Waffle is there waiting. Snow, sit to the roof. There comes Mouth. Mouth wins that contest. This could be the opportunity. Is being brought back, and there comes Mouth. He tries to do it, but does not enough speed, and there comes the counter almost in. The ball's flying from corner to corner, and we're just waiting for it to fall in as this one hits the crossbar. Oh my, what a game has this become?
This is a result of Envious being boost-starved to death and still managing to just about clutch it together to keep the ball away. Is now that, goodness me, talk about a counter-offense, that came quickly. Now, Prophecy were doing a great job boot-starving Envious there, but now that the pressure's switched around, this gives Envious a prime opportunity to recover.
Waffle almost had the goal there. There was nobody from Prophecy in the back as we have now entered the final minute of this match. The final minute of this game 5, and we're still at a 1-all score. Here comes Waffle. Tries to go for a setup, makes it for Mouth, and it was not seen through by Mummy Snow. And all of a sudden, the Envious Academy does seem to be sneaking away with a winner.
Yeah, Mummy Snow just didn't count for Mouth flying in there to alter the trajectory of that one, and it went into the top right.
It really is the teamwork that is giving Envious Academy the little heads up that they need, and all they've got to do now is to hang on to that lead and make sure that Prophecy will not score another one. There with the pass on to Mao. What a beautiful flick from him there. But there is Mummy Snow is not even going to touch it. And as soon as we see that, the equalizer comes in. This game is far from over.
A beautiful fake there by Mummy Snow. Look at that. As Frag, he had no choice. He had to commit to it one way or the other. Does he commit to where the ball is going, or does he commit to where he thinks it's going to be redirected? And this is unfortunate. He picked the wrong one. He was rather damned if he did and damned if he didn't.
There they are again. The offensive pressure seems to be at Envious Academy's end. As Waffle now takes it over, just has to get it past Mummy Snow. Pass from Frag. All the way over to Mouth, but Mouth is not there. This might be the final opportunity for Prophecy. Sebadam tries to go for the dunk. Will not be on target. And we're just waiting for the ball to hit the ground. It's the buzzer beater. It's not the buzzer beater. We are in overtime.
Great effort by Frag there to read where Mummy Snow was going to place that one. Well, the last overtime was pretty quick. Let's see what we have this time.
As quick as that, it won't go yet, as it's now being brought back. Maybe now Envious Academy will be able to take it away as Mouth has control. Gets it past Ignite. Frag is there, goes with a shot. There's Waffle still, wins that contest against Sebadam, but Mummy Snow with that long shot, is this gonna fall in? No, there is Mouth. He's still there to save it on the line. Ignite with the shot, it hits the crossbar, but does not go in. Prophecy almost had it there from pretty much an impossible position after we've seen game 1 and 2, but they can both win it here.
Absolutely they can. I mean, Prophecy loved the underside of that bar, goodness me. They love to keep the defenders on their toes.
Yeah, neither of the teams really seems to be committing too hard at this point. It looks like Prophecy almost has the upper hand in this match, but now there's Waffle. Tries to get through. It's Mummy Snow though. Mouth now gets it away. This might be the breakaway opportunity they were waiting for, but Ignite gets that clear in. Oh, there's Mummy Snow. I thought that Waffle was going to come in at that point and finish it off. He was not there yet. There goes Frag. A little bit of a shot, but he's going to set up for Ignite. The demo is being made. Waffle, it's an own goal by Waffle. He did not know what to do with it as Ignite was waiting for that. And on that unfortunate bombshell, we are ending this match.
What an angle that he managed to do there. Waffle actually turned it into the goal, but I think it was probably going to go anyway. Prophecy take this one in a reverse sweep. Very nice.
Yeah, this is not at all what I was expecting after we've seen the first 2 games. Envious Academy definitely seemed like the better team, but Prophecy just took control of the match. They controlled the pace and thus controlled the game, allowed them to win game 3, 4, and 5, and now sets them up all the way up in the semi-finals versus Flipside Tactics. Let's see if they can do that trick again.
Indeed. So, bear with us a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, whilst we get our semi-final underway. Galforce versus Aether will be broadcast on the Rocket Baguette channel. If you wish to see that match, then head over to twitch.tv/Rocket Baguette for that one in French. Do bear with us whilst we get this semi-final underway. We'll be back with you shortly.
Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power.
Okay, then we have our semi-final then set up for Flipside Tactics and Envious Academy, who we have already seen. Those that have already had a look at the roster for Flipside Tactics will know that it is Cookseer, Mystic, and Jazer representing F3. So this should be interesting.
It should definitely be interesting, as we have not Team Envious Academy, but Prophecy here in the semi-finals. After they kind of they sneaked the win away from the Envious Academy earlier on in the match that we just broadcasted. So they will be taking on Flipside Tactics. You already mentioned the roster. No Marky Duda. We see Jazer. What do you expect from this lineup from Flipside?
Very, very good question. It isn't the usual Flipside arena that we've seen, roster rather we've seen, so it's difficult to know. I mean, Cookseer, everybody knows who Cookseer is. I mean, to be fair, we know who all three of these players are, but seeing them together in this kind of environment, we honestly don't know. And against the Prophecy side that managed to just about, as you say, steal the win in the quarterfinals, it could go either way. We've seen upsets in these tournaments before. This is why I'm not a fan of trying to predict who's going to go in which direction.
Well, yeah, we had quite a surprise last week where Ether was able to defeat Fnatic in the quarterfinals of last week's Gfinity edition. Ether eventually going all the way up into the finals, where they were eventually defeated by the main Envious squad. This week, though, Envious is not there, just the Envious Academy, but they were just knocked out by Prophecy, as we saw. The other game, though, we still have Ether in, and they're taking on Galeforce Esports in their semifinals, as we mentioned earlier, which is being streamed on the Rocket Baguette channel in French, also here on Twitch. We'll be focusing on the second semifinals. This is Flipside Tactics versus Prophecy. We'll be waiting for them to get in, as there we see Mystic, Jazer, and Cookseer97 enter the room. I think we're still waiting for the brackets to be updated at this point, waiting for Prophecy to move over, and then we'll be able to get this match started. So we should have a few more minutes to chat.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I'm looking at the rosters, thinking, oh, it's going to be this. No, I'll read their names again. No, it's going to go this way. My brain just. It's Friday night, so my brain doesn't work at the best of times. But yeah, I really can't decide which way this one's going to go. What's your gut feeling on it?
Well, obviously Flipside Tactics has the upper hand here. We saw that Prophecy was not really able to contest Envious Academy in the match before when the pace was high. I assume Flipside Tactics just has the pace high all the way through. I mean, Mystic, Cookseer, Jazer, they all know how to do that. And if the pace is being kept high, if Prophecy is not going to be allowed to control the pace, they might even get 3-0'd here, so to say. But if they are able to control the match a bit more, like they were to do earlier on, we could see a much closer game. But Flipside does have the upper hand this matchup.
I think so. Again, looking at Flipside's progression through the bracket this evening, I don't think they've actually dropped a game all night. So they certainly have had. Whether they've had an easier route through the semi-final is a matter of opinion, but we've seen Prophecy battle back from behind. So we'll see how they're able to deal with a rather surging Flipside Tactics squad.
In the meantime, I'll take you over all the other quarterfinal matches that were being played earlier on. We saw Galeforce Esports there take on Enjoy Gaming. That game was being won 3-1. Quite interesting to see that Enjoy Gaming managed to sneak away one game away from them. The team of Wasman, XI, Resolute, Mitso, and their sub Domain. They went up against Violent Panda, Turbo Pulsar, and Kate. Of course, the lineup that we are familiar with Galeforce. Galeforce now taking on Ether on the Rocket Baguette stream, as I also mentioned. Ether then, kind of surprising, they took on the Copenhagen Flames in the quarterfinals. I expected that to be quite a close match, but not at all. Ether won that game 3-0, and they also have not dropped a single game yet this tournament. So they should be a very good match for the Galeforce squad in that other semi-final. So I'm curious to see which team will be moving forward up into the grand finals they'll be casting later. Then Flipside Tactics versus Game Fizz, a 3-0 win for Flipside Tactics. I think most people were expecting that, as you mentioned before too. Flipside also has not dropped a single game yet. And then maybe surprise of the evening might be a bit of a bold statement to make. Both teams were fairly close to each other. Prophecy and Envious Academy, and that game was being won by Prophecy in game number 5 in overtime even, wasn't it? It was overtime, right?
It was overtime in game 5.
It was overtime.
Oh, we have a few join and leave for some reason. Mummy Snow and Sebadam seem to be having a little bit of trouble, so we'll give them a moment to get in. But we will see what happens then. Sebadam seems to be having trouble. What is going on with you, sir? Sometimes the scoreline, though, doesn't fully reflect how the match has gone. You might see a 3-0 scoreline and think, oh, well, they've got absolutely steamrolled. And that sometimes is just not the case. It certainly isn't the case if they were one-goal matches or they went to overtime in those 3 matches. So the scoreline isn't always completely indicative of how the round has gone or how the series has gone. But, hopefully Sebadam and I think Mummy Snow's having trouble as well. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on with them and hopefully they'll be able to sort out what's happening. Maybe they have to put on a particular skin and hat.
Yeah, we already saw the chat mentioning earlier on with Marky now being absent. They mentioned him having a car crisis or something because he wasn't really sure to figure out what car he has. I assume it's not going to be a problem for Coxer at all. He should know.
He'll be in the Batmobile, surely. The legendary.
Most definitely.
I don't think I've ever seen him actually use anything other than the plank or breakfast cereal box. Call it what you will.
Yeah, indeed. We I don't think I've seen a Murg before with casting actually.
So we are still waiting for Sebadam and Mummy Snow to sort out what's what. We will get this underway as soon as we can. So apologies for the delay here, but I don't think Prophecy want to run 1v3 against Flipside Tactics. I think there will be very few people that want to do that.
Well, let's see what's going to happen as we wait for now. You mentioned earlier we're waiting for Sebadam and Mummy Snow to return as Ignite's already there. And just as I say that, we see both of the players joining in. So it looks like we'll be getting started. And as I mentioned earlier on, in game number 1 of that quarterfinal match we saw earlier, this time it will be King-Kodiak taking over the play-by-play.
It is indeed. Myself returning to something I am a little bit more comfortable with. So, Mr. Mythskyy, your ever-present expertise will be put to good use in the colour side of things, and our players are now getting on board. So let's see.
I think the main key for me is to still remember it next week, isn't it?
Absolutely right. Our players are in. Here we go. Wind them up.
Take it away.
Let them go. Ignite gets that one into the blue half, then cooks it. Indeed, his legendary Batmobile present as Mystic gets stabbed by Sebadam. Jesus starts to chase that one forward as Mummy Snow is taking that one around the wall. Gets it into the middle, and Mystic takes that one away. Sebadam intercepts that one. Cooks it off the wall, but can't keep that one under control. Sebadam starts to send that one to the blue half, puts it in the middle, but Mystic gets an easy save on that one. Mystic keeps it up in the air, keeps it away from Mummy Snow. Ignite going off the wall to try and keep that one away, just manages to get it away. Bounces off of Sebadam. Jesus sends it down. Mummy Snow now sends it forward. Does he pick up Ignite? Ignite puts it back in the middle, but Mystic sends it away. Sebadam now. Up into the air. Oh, he probably didn't want out of bounce off the Sydney. Cooks over the shot. And a demo. Perfect time demo from Mystic on Ignite. They're sending that one into what became an open net. 4:11 on the clock. And 1-0 to Flipside.
Yeah, great plays by Flipside. We see, though, what is fairly interesting is that the pace has been kicked up from the previous game, and Prophecy seems to be working quite well with the higher pace. Even though they're a goal down, almost 2 goals down there, they seem to be able to ramp up the pace a bit.
And we'll see if it's enough against this very strong Flipside squad. As that comes off the back wall, Cooks it, puts it into the corner. Jada now picks this one up. He keeps it up in the air, but it looks like he's on his own a bit. Oh, Jazer is with them now. Mystic! They put it in the middle, but there was no pace there. And the Mummy Snow gets the clear on that one. Cooks it. Keeps it alive. Ignite can't get hold of it. So now puts that one into the corner. Around the wall. Doesn't get it past Sebadam. Mystic goes up for it. Gets it to the back wall, but Ignite was there. And Jazer thought about going up for it, but bailed. So he's now going to go to Cooks it. Off the wall. Oh, Mystic. He does get that one off the back wall. Who's there? Cooks here was there to try and finish that one off, but didn't quite send that one home. Mummy Snow tries to get the clear. Ignite puts it into the corner. Lofted high up in the air. Cooks here went up to touch it. No such luck. Mummy Snow puts it in the middle. Bounces it off of Ignite. Oh, that's wasn't a great clear by Mystic. That's still dangerous now for Flipside. Jazer sends it straight up in the air. Mummy Snow sends it down. But Sebadam had actually bailed on that one. He'd gone for the boost. Trying to boost our Flipside. And that actually stalled the offensive. Ignite with a long shot, but he needs to save there by Mystic. Sebadam sends it down. Double commit there, Jazer and Cooks here for Flipside to get that one away. Way, Mummy Snow went up for it and then kind of had to get out of the way of it for fear of sending it into his own net, I think. Mummy Snow.
Yeah. For now, Prophecy really seems to be picking up the pace. They're doing quite well, actually. They're getting a lot of... Oh, never mind.
That was Mummy Snow then actually got a demo on Jazer, but I think that was fairly irrelevant as Mystic sends that one all the way down court. Mummy Snow was probably aiming for the ball, just caught Jazer in the crossfire, as that is then 2-0. But you're right, they are definitely putting some more pace on this particular game, but at the moment they're just being outpaced by the Flipside squad.
Yeah, and just as I interrupted you, they interrupted me, so I've been paid back for that.
Oh! Defensive error there by Sebadam. He didn't read the bounce properly. Mystic there to finish that one off. 3-0 with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, we see the mistakes now being made. I mean, this is almost a bit awkward to see. I mean, all three defenders weren't able to get that ball away, and Mystic just jumps in there and says thank you and sneaks away the goal. That's 3-0 with exactly 3 minutes left for Flipside. Or 2 minutes left. 3 minutes left.
Oh, Mummy Snow! Very nice 50-50 in the air to send that one down. Look at that. Mummy Snow sets himself up. Jazer does get there in time, but brilliant body block by Mummy Snow. Cooks had just looked at it and went, no, I'm not getting to that one. 3-1. That was on 7-second answer there. Very nice.
Yeah, it looks like the game is not over for now. Still a 2-goal deficit that we see Prophecy being put up with. But we have seen in the previous games tonight, if they can control the game, they can also win that match. But they'll have to be quick with it. This time is slowly ticking away.
Mystic had to work hard to get back for that one. That was beelining straight for the Flipside goal. Lovely flip there by Sebadam to get it past one. All three of the Prophecy players involved in that one. Oh, what a great drop there. But didn't quite come off. It's well read by Mystic. And Ignite this time. There's the passing play. All the teamwork coming together to get Prophecy back into this match.
Yeah, the pressure there eventually took its toll. And when Ignite made that shot, a little bit of a, well, it wasn't too tough of an angle, but the key thing there is to put in enough pace, and he did that, and that's why the goal went in. And they're now completely back in the game, and as it seemed like Flipside was just going to take it all the way through after those first 3 minutes, we've seen 1 more minute pass, and we all of a sudden have a game.
Indeed, Prophecy did this before. With the going down 2 games to Team Envious, they then just ramped up the pressure enough to do the reverse sweep. Are we seeing them put the pressure up enough that to keep up with the Flipside tactics crew? We will see as Mystic gets the save on that from Sebadam's shot. Mummy Snow going up to intercept that one. Cooks here, sends that one to the corner. No, looks to try and intercept it, but Jazer puts it to the wall. All slow down a bit to try and take their time on deciding what they're going to do. Mummy Snow goes up for that one. Jazer gets something back into the corner. Sebadam sends it forwards. Gets it past 2, but can't get it past Mystic. Ignite. Gets on back into the blue half. But Cooks here intercepts that one. Now Jazer picks this one up. Mummy Snow gets the clear on it. 10 more seconds. Can Prophecy get the equaliser? Sebadam goes up for it, but that's intercepted by Cooks here. And that is going to be the first round to Flipside.
Yeah, Flipside at this point just seems to be controlling the match. You saw how Cookser did that in the end. He slowly dribbled out his opponents, not allowing them to take another shot at goal. And this is pretty much what Flipside will have to do. I mean, they didn't even get the most shots in this game. They've got 6 shots against the 9 shots made by Prophecy, but they had 6 saves in total. That is what won it for Flipside. Flipside is just... They can play fast when they need, though. We saw in that first 3 minutes, they just put up the pace all the way, full throttle. They were able to cruise to a 3-0 lead. But as soon as they dropped the pace a little bit, we saw that favoring Prophecy and resulted eventually in a few boost starts that allowed them to score 2 goals. So I'm curious to see the second goal. But as long as Flipside keeps the pressure high and the pace high, I don't see any option for Prophecy to take this next map.
What we're also not seeing is Flipside do any kind of panic plays that you see some teams that don't necessarily have that team synergy that we mentioned before. Where that isn't there, you see a lot of panic on people trying to make up for where they believe their team deficit lies. Whoa, that was a clutch save by Mummy Snow, but wasn't enough to keep that one away from Mystic. Well, that was quick.
If you just saw what Cookser did there, he first outplayed one defender, then he outplayed the second to set up Jeezer, and Jeezer just drops it under the player he's contesting with in a way that I was not even near to expect. And that was pretty much it already. A great play from Flipside Tactics, and there's the second.
That's traditional Flipside Tactics play there. Jeezer puts it in the middle. Cookser sends it forwards off the backboard. And Sebadam just didn't read that right in the slightest. He was miles away from that, and as soon as he saw that he'd missed it, he knew damn well where that was going to go. No one else could cycle back for that one. 2-0, not even 30 seconds gone. Can Prophecy now get this pressure back on the Flipside team? We've seen them do it before. We'll see if they're able to do it again. Let's see, it doesn't touch that one. Mummy Snow goes up for that. Sends it back into the middle. Off the wall. Now he's on his own. Oh, Ignite was there, but Ignite pretty much made himself a demo target there as he came to a halt, waiting for the cross to come in, which never came in the end. Mystic gets that one away. Jeezer pinches that one off the corner, and that gets sent across to Sebadam. Sends it down, Cooks there, easy clear off the backboard. Mummy Snow bails on that one. Ignite sends it across to Sebadam, but that gets intercepted. And Cooks here, sent it off the backboard, but didn't have the boost to follow that through. Sebadam sends it forwards. And Mummy Snow tried to intercept that one, but no such luck on that occasion. Mystic. And Jeezer is waiting for it to come down. Sebadam gets it off the backboard. What a shot by Cooks here!
Yeah, Cookser was just lying and waiting there, waiting till he got the opportunity there. He saw that Sebadam was not going to hit it, and he just rams it in. Look at that, 108 kilometers an hour. Beautiful goal again from Flipside Tactics, and just like the previous match, they've got a 3-0 lead. The only difference, they're able to do it in half the time.
Sorry, I glanced across the chat there. I just seen a brilliant comment there by Delayed Flick. KK is so British. That's brilliant. That I'm afraid I'm guilty as charged. That's just made me giggle. It also completely put me off my stride. Never mind. Right, head back in the game. Jeezer sends someone across field. Mystic now picks that one up. Into the orange half now. I Ignite. Does look like Prophecy doesn't have an answer for this newfound pace that Flipside's got for himself. As that comes past Sebadam. Mystic. The backboard again. As he came a little bit off the bar. And it gets sent away by Ignite, who now picks this one off the wall. Oh, Mummy Snow there for the mid-air redirect, but slightly too high. That now leaves no one back for Prophecy. But that one goes back into the blue half. Cooks here now gets it away. Sebadam sends it down. Can Mummy Snow get to it? As all 3 of the Prophecy players went for that one. What a pinch! That nearly went in from Cooks here then. Oh, great effort by Mystic. Didn't quite have enough pace though. And that gets saved away. Ignite now sends that one into the blue half. So it gets put up high. Jeezer doesn't get a touch on it. Cooks here goes up. Jeezer! No, slightly too high, and Mummy Snow saved it, but that's not a great clear. Now Mummy Snow gets a clear on it as that comes across into the blue half. Snow. Oh, that's not a good... Wasn't a good clear by Jazer, but he's now recovered. Gets that one into the air. Get some pace on it. Cookser tried to do something with it, but Sebadam intercepts it. Goes into the corner. Mummy Snow gets a demo on Cookser, and an open net for iGnite to send that one home.
I don't know why I was a little bit confused to what was happening there, but in the end, demoing out the only defender who's back there after committing with 3 players all the way in offense seems to be the way to go for Prophecy, and they want to score more goals. And just like the last game, around 150 they're able to make their first goal. Last game they were able to make it close. Let's hope they're able to do the same in game 2.
Sebadam goes up for that one. Oh, Jazer! He turned at the wrong moment there. You actually, if we see this one again, you see Sebadam gets the pass, and there you see Jazer react slightly too slowly and doesn't get behind it. So well, there you go, back to 3-2, 1.5 remaining. Exactly as you're saying, this guy. Let's see if Prophecy can get this pressure back on the Flipside squad.
Was about to say, called it.
Yeah. iGnite. We'll slow down now. Cook's here. Can't do anything with it. Jazer's gone up for it. And unfortunately there wasn't any of the Flipside squad there to see that one through. Now can Sebadam... Oh, Sebadam doesn't have the boost to capitalise on it. On the open net from Flipside. Now it's an open net from Prophecy. That is how quickly a counter-attack can happen. 4-2 with 1:13 remaining.
You just look at the work that Cookser does there. Plays out one of their opponents, demos the second, and just gives Jazer the open net. Exactly what they need to do. And now Flipside has the more advanced lead. I mean, they're leading 4-2. 2 goals in favor for them. Shouldn't be anything they would give away at this moment.
Stranger things have happened, though. It is not over until that. What a touch from Cooks there. My God, that came from such a long way back. There is the touch from Jazer. Just narrowly misses the ceiling. And Cooks here beats Sebadam to it. Lovely little mid-air redirect to send it to the top right corner. I think this is fairly conclusive match to Flipside then, but never discount them. The biggest turnaround we've seen is a 4-goal deficit for the team to win, or in RSCS standards at least. So it is certainly doable. Let's see if Prophecy can do it though.
They surely caught you off guard there in the middle of the sentence, as you're able to say they have an opportunity, but there comes Cookser.
Oh, and Mummy Snow had a great opportunity there. He said Mummy's shot there. Oh, passing play. Oh, what a fake by Cookser then at the last to make it 6-2. Lovely touch then from Mystic. Just narrowly avoids. Flipside have a great ability to just lock the ball enough so it doesn't hit the ceiling and come down much quicker than the defenders are expecting. 30 seconds to go, 4 goals to score. It's going to be a bit of a tall order. We'll see what happens.
What an angle from Mystic was that.
That was beautiful. And oh, wow.
Another angle from him.
Another one. Yeah, that was a great. Again, the offensive pressure just being piled on Flipside, just asserting that. How the hell? That was a near 90-degree angle he managed to achieve there, coming from the right-hand side to send it straight towards the goal. Very, very nice.
Yeah, this is really what separates the pros from the best, making those angles, putting themselves in such a lead. Look at that, 7-2 for Flipside Tactics. They're definitely going to be bringing this to a 2-0 lead, and that means they'll only need one more match after this, just one more win in the next 3 games, and they will be in the grand finals of tonight's Gfinity Cup.
Oh, a little bit of a wiggle there from Cooks here as well, and why not? That was a pretty conclusive win from Flipside. Oh, Cooks' ping is a little bit high tonight. Look at that, 12 shots from Flipside and only 7 from Prophecy and only 1 single save. So not all of Flipside's shots proving to be on course, but wow, they certainly stamped their authority on this series. So let's see where we go in match number 3.
Well, the miracles definitely have not left the world yet, because as we saw in the other semifinals, that has just finished. It went all the way to Game 5, and believe it or not, Ether won that. So, we're gonna get a reset. We have a ping issue with Cookser, so we will reset the room for that. That is fine. But as I was saying, the other semi-final match went all the way to Game 5, and we see Ether in the grand finals as they took down Galeforce Esports. What about that?
Well, we did say earlier on, didn't we, that the potential for upsets and giant slayers. I don't think anyone saw Aether taking down Galeforce Esports, but we're hearing reports that it has happened. Let me just refresh the bracket here. And there it is, confirmation that in Game 5, Aether did indeed take down Galeforce Esports. And Alex161, Yukio, Sweaty Mix, and their sub Nagflow. Well.
Yeah, I mean, Ether is a really solid squad. I mean, if you can take down teams like Galeforce, I mean, this is a team that belongs in the RLRS season for sure. So, I mean, we haven't seen them there this season, have we?
I don't believe we have.
Yeah. Oh, another reset?
Another one?
We still have the ping issues for Cookser.
Cookser
He says he'll play. Alright.
I was going to say, Cookser seems to be the only one with the problem, so... Oh, I need to change the scene. Oops, a little bit slow on that one. Apologies, but here we go then for round number 3. For Flipside and Prophecy. Cookser sends that one forwards. Oh, Jazer couldn't quite get behind that one to redirect it, and Mystic sends it too high. Cookser then with the final shot, but Mummy Snow gets that one away. Cookser now chases that one down to the blue half. Mystic tries to get that one, tries to get a redirect on that. And Mystic again can't quite get the redirect he needs. 150 ping may not sound too catastrophic for some, but when you're used to having ping in the sub-20s, it can make quite a dramatic difference with the kind of speed of reactions that these guys need to play the exact kind of style that they need. Oh, lovely fake there by Cooks there. Oh no, off the post. Oh, what a shame. That was a beautiful passing play there as Jazer completely misses it off the wall. Oh, Cooks here can't get behind that one. No, Mystic using that the wrong way. No, Jazer finds that one. And that's the ping issue was rather exasperated last week when we had the server problems. Pings were okay, but of course the lag was playing absolute havoc. And it just completely puts you off the stride. You start to lose confidence in if I put my car in this position, is it going to hit the ball? Whereas normally you don't even think about these sort of things. And it really can play havoc with a player's style.
Well, it could definitely affect one player, but we're talking about Cookser right now. I don't think Cookser minds too much. I mean, I haven't really seen him make a mistake or anything due to the 150 ping he has. He has to... Okay, maybe he has, but it will not get punished for them, so that's fine. I mean, of course you can make a slight mistake. Definitely with 150 ping, it's going to be a lot harder for you, but
like you say, it's Cooks.
Still have the upper hand.
It's Cooks here. So, 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes gone. No score on the board as yet. So Mummy Snow gets the turn on that one. Now heads towards the blue half. Cooks here. Finds Jazer. A bit of a double commit then from Flipside, and they get punished for it as Ignite tries to pick that one up. Mummy Snow off the wall. And Flipside are a bit bunched up at the moment. Stick puts that one in the middle. Sebadam now picks that one up. Cooks here. Can he get the intercept on it? He does. Mystic sends that one away, and Jazer doesn't pick that one up. Cooks here does though, as that starts heading towards Sebadam. That's not a great clear. That's put it in the path of Jazer, but Jazer can't get the pace he needs on that. And Mummy Snow clears on the way. Cooks here now. Gets intercepted by Ignite. Gets a terrible landing to try and do something with it. Mummy Snow clears that one away. And out of frustration, Mystic demos Ignite. Jazer goes up. Oh no! Oh, that was very nearly an own goal. Well recovered there by Ignite to send that one away. Mummy Snow with a touch. Can Cooks here save it? He does off the backboard as well. Well recovered then by Cooks here.
We almost had the goal in return. I thought I saw a little bit of lag there as Mystic is now calling the OMGs there. think that might have messed him up there a little bit, but we saw earlier on that pass that Jeezer tried to make was absolutely beautiful, but we just see the individual qualities from Flipside just rise above at this moment, and the defense of them is still holding tight. But if you look at the saves made by Prophecy, they've made 6 saves in total into 4 saves of Flipside Tactics. This really is, well, this is safe challenge, you could say. A lot of saves are being made, and no goals yet.
Look at the amount of pressure that Prophecy is able to apply to the Flipside squad at the moment. A lot of time this ball is spending in the blue half, so Flipside are not having it all their own way this time around. 1 minute to go. Let's see what happens. Ignite gets that one up into the air. Doesn't touch it though. Jazer in the middle. Cooks is there and doesn't get the angle he needs. And Mystic can't recover with it either. As that gets cleared away by Ignite. Can't get hold of those. Cooks who intercepts him. Sebadam sends it forwards. Jazer intercepts it. It's going towards the orange goal, but Mummy Snow is there to send it to the wall. There it comes. Jazer's missed it. Cooks here with the shots. Oh no! Oh, what a save! What a goal line save there by Sebadam. Well recovered. That could have been disastrous. But Prophecy is one of their players actually intercepted it from Sebadam. But that was very well recovered indeed. As Flipside now really mount the pressure on in their counter-attack. 10 seconds. Can they do anything with it? Well read by Sebadam out of the air. Well, it looks like we're going to be going to a 0-0 overtime. Jazer keeps it going. It's still live. Oh, Mystic can't get the angle he needs. We're in overtime.
Yeah, it's been really, really close, but just earlier on, that should have been a goal for Flipside after that double commit was being made. A huge mistake on the defensive side by Prophecy. Luckily for them, it did not get penalized. That's why we're in overtime now, but they cannot afford to lose this overtime, because then they'll be out. And we'll see Flipside in the grand finals versus Ether. You have that opportunity now as Mystic makes the shot. It will still get saved. And now with the other shot, we will see the goal finally getting in. After 5 minutes and 25 seconds, it is there. And with a 3-0 win, a convincing win for Flipside Tactics, they enter the grand finals without dropping a game.
Well, they do. It was a typical double commit there from Prophecy. They may have panicked a little bit to try and get that one away, but that sends them down. Just a single goal there for Flipside is enough to send them through to the final for tonight's Friday night showcase. So we will get this set up. It is going to be Aether versus Flipside Tactics. Do bear with us whilst we set the server up. We'll be back with you as soon as we can.
We can try this again.
So here it is then, our grand final is going to be between Aether and Flipside Tactics. Well. This is probably not the expected lineup that we thought coming into this particular tournament. But this is what we have for those unfamiliar with the rosters. I'm just going to bring up the bracket here for you, so you can see exactly who we are dealing with. And there they are. Alex161, Yukio, Sweaty Mix, and the sub Nagflow versus Mystic, Cooksey, and Jazer.
Yeah, Aether once again returning to the top of the tables where last week they had to slay one giant to get there. That was Fnatic. This time around, though, they take down Gale Force Esports in the semifinals 3-2. I think Aether at this moment really is one of the rising teams, one of the maybe more unknown teams, although we have seen them on Gfinity all the time, getting quite far up into quarterfinals, semifinals consistently too. And here they are 2 times in a row now in the grand finals. And as we mentioned before, I honestly wouldn't be surprised for them to see them in the upcoming RS season, or who knows where they'll end up eventually. But I think if one of the big communities are watching out there and they're trying to possibly sign a team which hasn't been signed yet, Aether might be a very good bet for them.
Plug. But absolutely, I mean, this wouldn't be the first time we've seen these players take down the bigger names or the more well-known teams. So yeah, absolutely. If any org is looking to sign a team that or looking to maybe take a risk on some slightly lesser-known players, there's certainly a lot of talent. I think Yukio is a sub for someone, and I've forgotten who. I knew I'd forget.
He was playing last week as well, so I don't think he was subbing for another team. Wasn't he subbing for wasn't it Leftovers or Fnatic or so? It was subbing for the All RS
PSG. Yukio is a PSG sub.
Oh yeah, it was for PSG. No, it was another play then. My bad. But I believe in one of the French leagues, I saw something about this on Twitter before today. I believe that I think it was Sweaty. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's playing in a team there with, I think it was K-Dop in the league there. They have a LAN tournament like next week, I think in Paris, where, for example, PSG will be competing. But I believe Sweaty is going there too. Yes. Let's see if I can catch up on that tweet. That'd be cool.
Well, Sweaty has played alongside Sebadam and Doomsy before for Infused. I'm just looking through my notes here to see where else Sweaty Mix has appeared. It's certainly a name that has cropped up before. I'm just trying to remember exactly where. I was actually looking through my notes here. It's actually appeared quite a number of times in quite a few different places, and apparently one of the, I think it's Mystic, is having trouble, apparently. Interesting, as Aether are in, so the details are definitely correct.
In the meantime, that does give me the time to scroll through my Twitter feeds and hopefully find that tweet I was talking about and see if I can find the line above that team. But yeah, I mean, these players might be a bit more unknown, but Aether might be even the dark horse of Gfinity, as you could call them. They're a really good team, and Flipside, as you can see in the previous game, they cannot underestimate Aether, or they might fall to them.
Absolutely. And that could be very easy to do. I mean, that again, it could be a contributing factor to how Gale Force fell, not meaning to take away from the Aether players in the slightest. They clearly are very, very talented players. We've seen them before. And to take down the likes of Gale Force Esports, you have got to be a very, very good team. So, but it can be very easy for the big names, Flipside, Gale Force, Method, PSG. It can be very easy for your top teams to underestimate the up and coming squads and pay the price for it.
In the meantime, I'm still scrolling as we're waiting for the 6th and final player. Let's see if I can find. I'm really desperate trying to find it now.
It's annoying, isn't it, when remember half a fact and you're trying to find where the other half is. I'd love to remember one fact.
Yeah, it's definitely slightly annoying, especially for us youngsters, as we usually remember half of it instead of remembering that we were supposed to remember something.
Yeah, but I'm old enough to have my own youngsters, and then you really do lose your memory when you're that old. Someone in chat has asked if it's the RLRS playoffs this weekend. Yes, it is the promotion match for the RLRS LCS this weekend. So that should be good to see. Still no word on what's happened with our Flipside players. May have... It's interesting. I don't want to let's hope we're not having more server problems. We had plenty enough of those last week.
Yeah, I guess we don't have them. Maybe the credentials were sent the wrong way. Oh no, Mystic says they're trying to resolve their connection issues quickly. So that probably means because we saw Coxer in the last game a little bit of high ping, so they might be resend his router or something to try and fix his issues, because I definitely doubt that was server-sided. So they have a few minutes, they have some time, so hopefully we should see them come in soon.
Well, they have no subs, so they either forfeit or they play. So let's hope that they get things underway. Just waiting on a PC restart, so let's hope that... We're assuming it's Cooks here that's having these problems. We saw that he had the high ping, so Mystic is the one that's reporting to us, so it's clearly not him. Let's hope we can get this grand final underway as soon as we can. So whilst that is going on, we'll just get a little bit of music in the background whilst we wait for our Flipside players to join us. It would appear that my dog has stopped barking. I worked out what it was. It's fireworks going off. That's why my dog keeps going nuts at the door.
Well, that definitely does explain the story. Let's see in the meantime if I'm able to find out the tournament, maybe on Reddit or so. I can't seem to find it.
Well, whilst you do that, whilst we are waiting for... Oh, no sooner do I say that Flipside join us. So let's kill that. And I was just about to say we'll put the stream on hold whilst...
I got it. I finally got it, just in time. No, it was actually it was Mout from the NGS Academy, who was playing with K-Dub and Fairy Thief there for the team Get Wigglytuft.
Get Wigglytuft, yes, that's a name I've seen before. Right, grand final time, best of 7, wind them up and let them go! Oh, I haven't changed the direct cam, do apologise, there we go, that's much better. Right, Sweaty, guess I went in the middle, that's gone straight over the top. A lot of early pressure then from the Atheist squad. On Flipside, can they recover? Let us see. Mystic gets that one off the wall. Sweaty now chases that one across into the corner. Oh, Jason with an intercept! Very nicely done, and that is the first goal on the board for Flipside Tactics.
I looked away for half a second and the ball just flew in. And now see what happened there with Jazer. Read that very well, gets it past two goalies that were waiting there, but not really expecting a shot from Jazer to come in. Goes all the way in the right upper corner, and that is 1-0 for Flipside. They're off to a hot start here.
Yeah, a lot of early pressure then coming from the Aether squad hasn't paid off just yet. We'll see where this goes. Plenty of time for Aether to recover. Let's see what happens now. Sweaty goes up for that one. Puts into the corner. Cooks in out. Sends that one round. And Yukio just manages to get away from Cooks here. Mystics now pick that one up. A little bit off course. And Jason not able to get there in time to correct it. Cooksy went up to try and intercept it, but Mystic had already trapped that one on the ground. Yukio gets that one away from the corner. Sweaty and Yukio have both committed to that one. They need to spread out a little bit more than that. And Jason trying to get it out of the air. Running out of the boost doing so. Mystic gets it past one, gets it past two, but Alex was there to thunder that one away. Yukio, what a narrow shot, a great save by Jada. Cooks here. Oh, that's going to be off the post, but Cooks here can't get the angle he needs. I think he was bumped by Sweaty to put him off course. Jay's up. Let's put that one in the middle. Cooks with a shot. There we go. 2-0 to Flipside.
Yeah, the breakaway opportunity was already there a little bit earlier. Then Cuxer was not able to finish it off, but there he is. Finally does make that goal. Flipside is up 2-0 in this match, and at this point, honestly, I'm just waiting for the Ether goal. We saw Yukio... Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Just as I say it, there it is. But we saw Yukio make a tremendous effort early on, but I mean, this is...
Oh, no.
Is an own goal.
I was wondering how Yukio got that angle, and that answered it. Unfortunate own goal there by Cooks here. 2-1, 3.5 to go. Plenty of time for both sides to regather themselves. Sweaty with the early kick-off goal pressure. Oh, and Yukio bundles that one past Jazer for 2-all.
This is going to be a very interesting grand finals. I mean, this match has been turned around in a matter of 5 seconds. 2 almost straight kickoff goals that Yukio was able to finish. But as I was willing to remark earlier on, the ping issues with Coxer have not been fixed yet. He's still running at 144 ping. That might have actually led into that unfortunate first goal for Ether was caused by him.
Possibly.
And that pretty much sets Ether all the way up back in this match, as it's now 2-all.
Cooks here now going up for that one. Can't get the redirect on it. He's killed it. Jazer, the mid-air demo on Yukio. But doesn't result in the goal. Cooks then gets that clear of that. Oh no! Sweaty killed it right in front of the goal. Cooks here didn't get the touch on it. Again, could be down to the ping issues. He's had a prime opportunity for Flipside up. Never mind. Mystic does manage to follow that one through. And oh goodness me. And that was Mystic and Jazer tripping over one another. But Mystic gets a narrow angle shot onto the left-hand side of the goal.
It does seem like even though they have these ping issues that we were talking about, just the pressure that Flipside is still being able to put up on the Ether squad is taking its toll. I mean, you saw on defense how much they were pushed back, and at some point the goal will just fall. But Ether is definitely not giving up on that. Their offense is on point in the past few weeks. They have been playing exceptionally well. And to be honest, I'm just waiting to see whether we're going to get a six-match game here in the grand finals, or maybe even 7.
We will see. We will see. Alex then with a touch. Oh, Jazer was just able to recover enough. Mystic is there, but Sweaty doesn't get the touch. He needs to follow that one through. Pick that one up. Alex now gets that one off the wall. Lovely turn. Yukio sets him up. Oh no! Double whiff there. A great opportunity there. Missed by Aether to level the score. Jazer can't hold on to it. Sweaty then. He's got hold of it. And that's sent away by Cooks here. Turned by Alex. Pinched away by Jazer. But Mystic doesn't get on the receiving end of that either. Looks like just need to calm themselves down a little bit. A little bit too much panic play coming out by the orange side. We will see how they're able to control that. Yukio, lovely turn, but Mystic picks that one up. Can't get it past Alex, so that's going to die right in front of the goal, but Yukio doesn't read that right and gets stuck on the back wall. Cooks in now, takes that one into the air, but Alex intercepts that one. Comes back into the orange half. Jazer sends it back to the blue. Finds Cooks here, finds Mystic, and saved by Yukio. Great passing play by the Flipside squad just over a minute ago.
Yeah, at this point, we do see them double committing here for Ether. They're being brought back all the way by Flipside, but there they have their opportunity. If Yukio's going to finish it off, but Cooks just comes in between as we see Mystic almost own-goaling that. But at this point, we're either waiting for a well-balanced play, well-played-out goal from Flipside Tactics, or a quick counter from Ether, which could set us all back.
Jazer then sends that one into the blue half. Mystic's chasing it. Tries to get it past Yukio, goes back to Jazer. Mystic doesn't get a touch on it. Sweaty now sends that one forwards into the orange half. Cooks here, misses it. So lovely solo play by Sweaty. And that's backed up by Yukio. There's your leveler with 20 seconds left.
And this is exactly what we said earlier on. The quick counter coming in, but Sweaty doing all the work there, making sure that all defenders are not in a position as Yukio makes the shot there. And again, it is Yukio. Third goal for him, a hat-trick this match. Oh boy, what has he been important for the Ether squad. But then again, none of them has really been making mistakes so far.
Oh!
Although
Jesus!
What did he do there?
Lovely
Oh, no.
jump off the ceiling. Just turns around and boosts the opposite direction to get the touch he needs. Wow.
Well then, he kind of caught me off guard there. I had no idea what Jazer was doing there, but what an immense goal from him there, and that will most likely cling it for Flipside. But what a way to win your first match here in the grand finals, as they do so now. But if this is only game number 1, I can't wait to see what the next games are going to have in stock for us.
I don't think anybody did, but if anyone doubted Jazer before that point, oh ye of little faith, my word, what a great finisher then. 4 goals to 3. 4 goals off of 6 shots is pretty impressive. Only 1 save on the side of Aether, so their defence really not holding up well. Their offence doing pretty well. But yeah, Aether have got a bit of work to do to overcome this Flipside squad. And Cooks are having trouble again, unfortunately. I wonder what it is. It's got to be something local to himself that's causing a rather unpredictable ping. But there we go.
Yeah.
Just waiting for Cooks here then to get back on board. Oh, he's actually left the server, so hopefully he'll be able to rejoin. Let's hope no one jumps into their side. No, I was just wondering. I had flashbacks to last week, where we had 2 instances of people jumping into their team too early. It's thankfully not the same again.
True. Then we had it for the entire server. Now it's just Cookster, but it's hard to see what the issue could be. I mean, it could be indeed locally somewhere where he lives that the internet's not good there. They have some issues there. Maybe it's just at his home, but I assume he has already done PC. Well, he has done a PC restart, as Mystic informed us of, and most likely router reset too. So I don't really know what should be left for him to do so. So at this point, as you already mentioned, they don't have a sub. They need to play on with this ping if it's fixed or not. And if I'm just checking real quick, it seems to be stable. It seems to be stable now. It seems, yeah. He
stopped his downloads. Right.
Maybe it's that.
Let's get this underway then. Wind him up and let him go! Straight up into the air then. Alex gets that one to the orange half thing. Mystic gets that one forwards. Alex has missed it. That goes into the corner. Cooks in now. Picks this one up. And Sweaty well intercepted then to send that one into the orange half. Mystic tries to get that one back under the control. Oh, that was a good shot good attempt by Jazer, but Yukio was the one that blocked that one. Mystic gets that one up into the air. We're seeing a lot of ping pong going on here. Mind you saying that, Sweaty tried to set up Yukio, but to no avail. Mystic bounces that one off the CD. That's going to be a shot that's slightly too high and wide. Yukio gets that one away. Alex sets up Yukio, but gets blocked as that goes up into the air. Oh, because he tried to block that one. Well directed by Alex161 for Aether this time to open the scoring.
Yeah, look at that. Good pass coming in from Yukio. I thought that was going in already. It just hits the crossbar, and Alex went up for that fairly well. Just in case it went wrong, that he'd be there. He was there, and that is the first goal on the board, this time for Ether. Let's see if they can take this second game and take it up to an even series, 1-1.
Yukio tries to control that one in the air. Oh, what an angle by Alex, but didn't quite come off this time. Mystic then sends that one past Sweaty and sends that one into the bottom left. What brilliant solo play by Mystic.
Let's take a look at it. I mean, how did he fake out everyone there? He pretended not to hit it at all, and all of a sudden goes back, completely fakes out Sweaty there, and makes a stunning goal. How did he do that?
As the chat are often saying that Sweaty is quite... Oh, what? What on earth happened there? What's happened
Who's
there?
nuts?
Yukio got the touch there. Oh, it was a whiff. I actually missed who it was from Flipside that came flying across and completely missed it. Sorry for the sound issue there. I'm trying to correct one of the overlays. It causes the sound to stop. But I'll come back to that in a minute. 2-1 then. Aether maintaining the lead over Flipside. Alex. Oh, what a great air dribble there, but Sweaty couldn't finish that one off. Yukio coming in. Can't finish that either. As Cooksey sends that one to the wall. Alex blocks that one. It goes across the field. Mystic bounces that one off the wall. Jazer. No, he only finds Yukio, unfortunately. Sweaty. Gets it past one. And that's... Oh, what a great shot, but well saved by Cooksey. Mystic goes up for it, tries to get that one away. Finds Jazer. Jazer gets demoed. Oh, and then Mystic was slightly put off there. He couldn't see the ball through the smoke of the demo. Sweaty sends that one to the corner. Gets intercepted by Cooksey. Alex. Oh, what lovely play between Cooksey and Mystic to level the score once again.
Yeah, at some point these passing plays had to come, but look at that interception from Cooksey. Absolutely insane as he sets it up for Mystic there. But what I was about to mention earlier is that the Aether squad kind of remembers me of Method. The way they play together, the way they try to set each other up, and it seems to be working perfectly fine for them, as they're being quite the match for Flipside in this match.
Absolutely, they are. And Mystic tries to get that one underway. That gets pinched against the wall by Cooksey. Comes round the wall. Cooksey doesn't get the finishing touch on that one. Yukio, it's given that a little bit too much height. Alex tries to intercept that one from Jazer, but doesn't quite go his way. Yukio puts that back in the middle, and Alex gives that too much angle. I'm not surprised from there. That would have been an incredible goal if you got it from that angle. Alex intercepts Mystic. Mystic keeps it going, and Jazer lands on top of Mystic. Puts here, finds the back wall, but gets... I was just about to say, he finds the back wall and gets Sweaty. That sentence was going to go all kinds of wrong. Cooks here off the wall. Can he finish it? Still dangerous for Aether. And it gets cleared away. Cooks in now, trying to keep it away from Yukio. Sweaty bounces that one off the back wall. Mystic sends that one forward. Alex goes up for it and intercepts that. Sends that to the opposite wall. Shot! Oh, what a save by Sweaty again. Cooks here with the shot that time. Cooks here sends it to the wall. And Sweaty tried to get a shot on that one, but Mystic intercepts it. Jazer's demoed Yukio, and Alex doesn't get a touch, and it was that defensive mistake that set Cooksey up to make it 3-2 for Flipside.
Yeah, that demo really killed it there. It forced Alex to go back and try and make an almost impossible save. Unfortunately for him, he's not able to do so, but what we are really seeing from the Aether squad is they're just playing so well. I mean, that save earlier on from Sweaty as well, it looked a bit chaotic. Most teams would make an absolute chaotic save, but he makes it look like he makes a chaotic save, but that makes an absolutely astonishing clear. That's really what's been setting them apart, and that is really one of the only reasons why Aether is able to keep up with teams like this.
Jazer gets hold of that one. Cooks here, off the wall. Jazer goes up into the air. Oh, he's not got a touch on it though. Neither has Aether. They were very slow to get that one. Now all the pressure's on them. Yukio's got a touch on that one to get it away. Sweaty gets that one to the wall. Jazer bounces that one off the wall now. No one's touching it. It does happen sometimes where everyone assumes someone else is going to do something with it, then tries to intercept a non-existent shot. Sweaty gets the save on that one. Jazer tries to get them back into the middle, but there's no pace on that. Yukio, oh, that's a bad touch, but Alex does recover to get that one away from the goal. Mystic's got hold of that one. Gets it past one. And got no pace to try and do anything with it. Jazer saw that he was struggling, but couldn't get behind it either. Cooks here keeps that one live for Flipside. That's going to go into the middle, but there's nobody there. Jazer couldn't get into position at the time he needed. Sweaty tries to get that one away. Mystic doesn't get hold of that one. Yukio, last ditch effort then for Aether to try and get the score levelled. Still live as the counter now hits 0. Mystic sends that one down for the second round to Flipside Tactics.
Yeah, this match was really, really close, and almost throughout the entirety of the series, it looked like Ether was going to bring it to either overtime or actually win this series, but eventually it is Flipside coming up on top. We see a total of 8 shots from Flipside being made against the 7 of Ether, 4 saves for Ether, only 2 for Flipside, but Flipside, of course, is the veteran team. Flipside is the more favored team in this matchup, but you're constantly waiting for some sort of turnaround. I mean, we mention it all the time. I'm starting to sound really biased, by the way. I'm starting to sound really biased towards Ether, but they're just putting up such a great fight. It's lovely to see.
Round number 3 in this best of 7, and away we go. Yukio sends that one to the orange half. Yeah, missed it, gets it away. Alex picks this one up. Does he get it past Jada? Down towards the goal, but Cookster sends it away. Yukio sends it to the wall. Yukio again. Alex goes up for it, tries to get a redirect. He does. Yukio now going to get it off the backboard. Jaser's missed it. Opportunity, and it's seized this time. Yet again, we see Alex 161 for Aether open up the scoring.
Yeah, just look at the team play there. Unfortunately, Jizo was trying to drive backwards. Not really sure what he's been doing there. That's pretty much Rocket League 101. Do never drive backwards. If you are a new player watching here, take that from me. Do not drive backwards. Jizo did it there, and it might have cost him the goal there. Might not even have time to turn around for it, to be fair, but it does allow for the great team play that we've seen from Ether to find its end in the back of the net.
Going back to what you were saying before, that Flipside, great shot and good save there by Mystic. Flipside are expected to win this because of the legacy that they carry, albeit that this isn't the Flipside squad that we've seen in the RCS, I grant you. But they're the ones that are still expected to win. Aether are a lesser known team, so that adds a little bit more pressure onto the Flipside team. They are expected to win. They must win. They are the ones having to carry the legacy. So that's a little bit less for Aether to deal with. Now that allows them to concentrate more on their offensive rotations, keeping the pressure on, finding the holes in the defence that could well be there on the Flipside side, and is currently paying off for the Aether team. They stand at 1-0 in the lead with a minute and a half gone. Good save by Mystic. Now an opportunity for Jaser. Can he get the pace on it? That's not enough. Alex does cycle back in time. And a mutual demo, Jaser and Yukio. And what beautiful airplay there by Cooks here. The legend again coming out strong.
Yeah, whenever sometimes something is not working for Flipside Tactics, they always have that man who can step up at any given point. A man who can, so to speak, rise from the dead. It has to be Cookser. What a tremendous goal he made there. And it's 1-1 again. It's such a close match. I love to watch it.
Mystic sends that one forward. Opportunity, and Jaser demoed Yukio. That's why the net was open. And that's where the physical play really comes good. Alex can't double back. There you see the demo in the top right corner of the screen. Jaser staying well out of the way of the ball. And an easy goal then for Flipside for 2-1. That was quick.
Yeah, just as quick as that, we see the scoreboard turned around, but it might not be over yet, as there a shot is being made by Yukio. We almost had the equalizer there already. Maybe if Alex goes up for this, that's when that contest will not result in a goal for now. But yeah, at this point, Flipside will have to try new things, although they are able to make it work, because that is the third goal in about 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, Yukio came up for that, took the middle boost and tried to get an early intercept on that ball, but really did not need to cheat that far up. With this much time on the clock, you don't need to start sending everybody towards the ball. Yukio possibly panicked a little bit and decided to go for that. That left the net wide open for Flipside to send that one home for 3-1. So let's see what happens now as Yukio sends that one across the wall. Jaser now chasing that one back. Can Sweaty get hold of it? And Cookser gets that one off the backboard. That bounces off of Yukio. Double commit there by Flipside. And Sweaty's back for that one. Bounces it off the wall. Yukio gets hold of it. Pinches Alex. So feels back a bit. Oh, Cookser. I'm not convinced that was a a fake. I'm pretty sure that... I was going to say a demo there. It certainly wasn't a demo. Pretty sure he meant to get a touch on that one. Never mind. Mystic. Can't get it past Sweaty. Now there's an opportunity then for Aether. Oh, Yukio missed it at the last. What a time to whiff on that. Still plenty of time though. They need to stay calm. Just think back to what was working before. Yukio and Alex both go up for that. Jazer gets that one back into the blue half. No real pace on it. Mystic. Oh, I was going to say, surely not from there. But that was pretty close, but not close enough.
There they go then. Finally with a good clear. Yeah, we see Flipside still waiting in the back. Unfortunately, earlier on, Yukio was not able to finish that up. But at this point, Flipside has control of the match. And what Aether needs here is a little bit, maybe of a lucky goal, but they do need a goal, and they do need it quick. They want to bounce themselves back up in this game, because otherwise they'll have to go for a reverse sweep, because then they'll be down 3-0 in these grand finals.
Sweaty getting hold of that one. I think what we're also seeing is Flipside having to think more defensive than they normally would, or possibly more than they were expecting. That wasn't a great clear, but Cooks are able to follow back up on that one. Oh, well blocked by Yukio. He's read that one perfectly well. Still dangerous though. And that gets cleared away. Unfortunately for Yukio, that went straight to Cooks here. Yukio really is playing very well, as you mentioned earlier, on this Aether squad. No good demoing someone in the goal when the ball's going the wrong way, I'm afraid, Alex. And there's a return demo as well. Oh, well defended there by Alex. He might manage to cycle back for that one. Less than 30 seconds to go. 2 goals. They really need to do something straight away. And that's not what Aether wanted. 4-1 then to Flipside.
Yeah, we see at all points, we mentioned it earlier, Cookser is able to step up. He now puts that one in the back of the net, ensuring them, as we could better say, for Flipside to win this third game as well. But what's also interesting to see is where we see Flipside going more and more for the demos, which is allowing them to make those extra goals. We do see Aether really taking up every single inch of the field. They are quite visible on the roof as well. Something what we don't really see Flipside do a lot. Well, apart from Jason.
Apart from Jason. Round number 3 then to Flipside. Are we going to see a complete shutout here by Flipside Tactics, or will Aether manage to take a game off them? Fairly even on shots too. 9 for Flipside, 8 for Aether. More saves on the Flipside side. Knew I would do that.
Well, it's always a good pun that we can use here for Flipside Tactics, but they do really deserve to win that game. Although we saw at the start it was a little bit shaky for them, but at this point they might have broken the defense that Aether had left here in these series, with first a double tap goal coming in from Cooks here, and then later on all the other goals that came in, eventually leading to a 4-1 win. We are now in game number 4. It is do or die for Aether. Can they put at least one up on the board? Are they going to put up more even? Or is it going to end early tonight?
Oh, Cooks here! The double touch yet again off that backboard is so magnificent to see. He knew exactly where that was going. Sweaty did his best to try and get that away. But against Cooks here, good luck with that.
And there is your answer. Flipside Tactics definitely not prepared to give it up here, although a cheeky kickoff goal was about to be made there. So now Yukio comes in to make the clear. But Flipside has control of this match. They do not want to give it away. They want to end it here in a 4-2 win. Unless we're going to see a sick drop there from Alex. Really went for it. Fortunately did not get so. But just to bring in a little stat as well. If Flipside is able to win this game, they win the tournament without dropping a single match.
Very, very nice. And even the best drop a game here or there, but that will be, I think that might be the first time I've seen every single game in the Gfinity tournament won, or every single series won without losing a single game.
I think I've seen it before. Definitely the 2-on-2 cups back in the days where K-Dot was playing with. I'm not sure who it was, but K-Dot was playing in those 2-on-2 events. He always managed to win those. I think the Friday ones, maybe Method has done it before. I think one of the bigger teams surely has done it.
It's pretty rare.
It's rare. It's rare indeed.
But you've got to hand it to Aether. Coming back to the point we made before, I don't think anybody expected them to get this far. Here they are facing a... Oh, Alex wasn't quite ready for that one. Oh, Jazer, you left that very late. I was starting to cross the line and Jazer managed to get a goal line save there. Mystic doesn't have the boost to get that one away from the ceiling. Jazer. So that will come down, gets it past Yukio. Mystic was there, trying to get it past Sweaty. Cooks and then comes in. Alex is going to pick that one up, give it away. Dribbles that one, gets past one. Mystic is there. Goes across. Yukio tries to pick that one up, but gets demoed by Mystic. And Mystic doesn't get a touch on that. Alex finds Cooks here. Jazer kills that one against the wall. Mystic. Sweaty bounces that one away. That's not good for Aether. And Sweaty this time clears it into the corner. Cooks goes up. Who does he find? He finds Jazer, but Alex gets there first. Can Alex get the turn? He does, but Mystic was lying in wait for that one. Oh my goodness me, that was almost a good shot. I think it would have actually been an own goal. Cooks it, sends that one away. Alex doesn't get it past Cooks here. Yukio doubles back for that. Cooks it, kills it in the air. Jazer tries to get hold of that, but Yukio sends it to the far wall. Mystic can't get it past Alex. Cooks here, tries to set up Jazer. Jazer demos Yukio instead. Sweaty sends that one forward. And that gets put to the corner yet again. Yukio bounces that one off the back wall. Cooks it, tries to get that one away. Mystic. Down, that's against the wall. Alex now sends that one forward now. Oh no! Great effort, but doesn't quite yield a goal.
What is Yukio even trying there? But yeah, we do see Aether picking up the pace. At this point, it's a matter of waiting for the goal to eventually do go in. But we also see that Flipside Tactics is trying to get quite physical here and try and force another goal in. But this might be the goal that Aether was waiting for. It will get intercepted by Cooks here in the meantime, though. But this game is far from over. Although I do believe the next team to score it will most likely win this match, even though we see Flipside in the lead.
Well, we've seen several goals scored in several seconds. Jazer, lovely turn and shot, but Sweaty was able to get up for that one. And we'll see. Less than a minute to go. This could be it for this tournament. We're of course on match point, as we've already mentioned. Yukio now trying to get that one away. Saw Cooks are coming in, and either missed it or faked Cooks are out. Sweaty sends that one away. And this goes up for that, but Cooks here intercepts it. Cooks here finds Mystic, but that gets sent away by Yukio. Oh, passing play, well read by Sweaty as that gets saved away to the wall. 30 seconds to go. It is now or never for the Aether team. Sweaty waiting to pick that one up. Alex sends that one away. Cooks who intercepts it, and that gets shot, and that's gonna be your winner. And you indeed called it, Myth. Sweaty can't get hold of it. Alex did get a touch, but Mystic with that last touch sealed the deal for Flipside. 17 seconds, 2 goals is of course possible. It's gonna have to take a couple of kickoff goals though.
Yeah, we see the team play coming in from Flipside Tactics. Absolutely stunning. We saw that team play earlier on that just did not result in the goal, with that great save being made by Yukio. But then the goal a little bit later will clinch it for them. We now see the time ticking away. There is no time anymore left for Aether to make an equalizer here. And as we wait for it to hit the ground, we can make the statistic here. Flipside Tactics will win this Gfinity event without dropping a single match in this tournament. And now they finally have it. The winner of tonight's Gfinity event on October 27th, or the 27th of October, depends if you're from UK or NA. Good thing to call always. Your winner for tonight is Flipside Tactics with Cookser97, Jazer, and Mystic.
What a sweep then by Flipside Tactics. That does indeed conclude our Friday night showcase
Yeah, it was definitely great being out there. And just a final remark to make. We saw the match earlier being played in the quarterfinals. I just want to recap on that. That was a match between Team Envious Academy and Prophecy. They are also up in the Gfinity Elite Series, which is streamed by Gfinity themselves. So that, for Rocket League action, is definitely something to check out whilst we're talking about Gfinity. For tonight, though, this should be the end. So it was once again lovely to be casting with you. Looks like this is becoming a thing on Friday evening. Something that we should definitely keep here with these events that we have going on, because we always have quite a few good teams come up here, and maybe not as crazy goal as we saw last week, that crazy drop by Waffle, who then named himself The Waffle on Gfinity website, which was quite funny to see. But what an evening again it has been, hasn't it?
It has indeed. Aether getting through, knocking out Gale Force to get to the final, to go up against Flipside. Flipside proving the stronger team. But, like I said, thank you very much for being with us, and we will see you here next time for more Rocket League action. Thank you very much, and good night.
Good night.